Hi Yogi, DJ Americo, yoga teacher here. We've been going through some pretty strenuous exercises physically in the past few videos. So today what I'd like to do is give you a very nice restorative option, legs up the wall. So you may have done this in class, you may have felt a little awkward trying to get into it. It seems really simple, right? Just put your legs up the wall, what's the big deal? But if you're not kind of set up in the right place on your mat, you may find that you're like on someone else's mat, you roll over, you're on the floor. If you're using any props, you kind of roll off the props. So I'm just going to show you a couple little things that will allow you to be really comfortable once you get up there. And then also, if you happen to find yourself in a class and you're in the middle of the room, there's no room to get to the wall, you don't want to disturb everybody and drag your mat over, just make sure you have a block nearby, and I'm going to give you another alternative for legs up the wall with having your legs up, but you'll be supported by the block and your feet will just feel like they're floating. So if you'll notice, I have my mat set up so that it's perpendicular to the wall. Sit down on the edge of your mat. So here I'm going to have the entire right side of my body actually touching the wall. I'm like leaning on the wall. But I'm all the way on the edge of my mat. If you sit too far in the middle of your mat, once you roll over, that's the time that you're going to be on the floor, on someone else's mat over to the side of you. So start out right on the edge of your mat. Bend your knees. Start to lay down. I'm going to lay down on my left side and slide my arm out. And now here you have to do a little scooch. Put your butt right up against the wall. If you're not touching the wall, again, that's not going to set you up with the right alignment. Once you get up there, you're going to have to do a very awkward scooch with your butt to try to get the whole backs of your legs up against the wall. So from here, simply keep your knees bent towards your chest. Roll onto your back. You'll be right in the middle of your own mat. And stretch your legs up. You can open your arms. You can take cactus arms. Put hands on your belly and feel your breath. This is a really nice way to kind of calm down the central nervous system. It's really good if you've been on your feet all day, if your legs are tired. It's also very good at the end of the day. It can help with insomnia. So if you feel like you can't get to sleep at night or you wake up in the middle of the night, do this for a few minutes and take some deep mindful breaths and see if that doesn't help you to calm down and go back to sleep. To come out of it, same way, bend your knees to your chest. I'm going to roll to my left side, curling into the fetal position, and then gently press up. So if you find yourself in the middle of a class without any wall nearby, just make sure you have a block. I'm actually going to do this sideways so you can see where I put the block. So towards the end of class, lie down on your back, bend your knees, lift your hips, and put the block at a very low height, the lowest height, the really short one, underneath your sacrum, just at your lower back. So not so high that you have like this big arch of your back, but just so that your hips are a little bit lifted. Rest your back, your hips on the block. Drop your arms to the ground, straighten your legs up to the ceiling, and you'll find that you get to this place where your feet are just kind of hovering over your hips, and it doesn't take any muscle effort to hold them up. They just kind of floats. They hang in the balance. Same thing, do whatever feels right for your arms. I like cactus arms. It relaxes my shoulders and my chest. And then close your eyes here and take a few breaths. So I think I'm going to hang out here for a while. So I suggest you do the same and go put your feet up the wall and see how that makes you feel. Namaste.